Welcome to Fishtasy.
Come back down to Lake Norman today. It is Cinco de Mayo, 5th of May, and we're down here catfishing. We've heard that they been doing pretty good catching a bunch of blue cats. We're down here looking around. We come up way up the Catawba River today to try to see if we can find a new spot to catch these blue cats. And I've baited this one up, Santee rig with I got me a wad of mussel, cooked mussel on there. So this one's going to go out on a planer rod, so we're going to give it a long toss. Let that sink while I get my planer. And we got these B-Cat planer boards. Kind of customized them with the Fishtasy logo. But these B-Cat planer boards, they support a lot of weight. You can put several ounces of weight on these boards without worrying about pulling your board underwater. Super easy to set up. Just put it that clip, you'll slide your line in, and then clip that like that. There. Finally got it. There. Alright. Now, just let that sit while you get your other side ready. Just that 1 minute, as big as it is. Lord. A honk. What do you think? Is that one? The planer board to this side. Let that go back until it gets as far back as you want it to swing out. But them boards, they do really good with. Now I've got that one tangled. No.
Today we're using chicken, mussels, and minnows.
These mussels stay on surprisingly well. I was kind of, when I first started using this, is you see this comes from Food Line. Next Wave cooked mussel meat, and
They're kind of mushy.
yeah, but it stays on better than I thought it would. When I first started,
I feel like they would just come off.
yeah, I would recommend, if you're trolling it, checking it every 15 minutes. I wouldn't let it go longer than 15 minutes. And I'm just putting 2 on there because it's such a big hook. Get a good healthy portion. And this is a brand new rig for me. I got a Ancient Mariner reel and a Wildcats or a Mag Cats rod. Brand new setup.
Matches your shirt.
Yeah. So we're gonna send this one out. I'll get on this side, straight back. Hopefully we won't backlash it because I can't cast these things worth of crap yet. No, it didn't backlash, but I didn't cast it very far either. I'll just let it go out the rest of the distance it needed to go. This is 30-pound test mono on this. And it's on the bottom, so I'll just let it go back a little bit further. So right now we're trolling 4 rods for the cats. I may drop down some rods with minnows on them for see if you can see any perch around this area. And we'll give this spot of the lake about half an hour. Found a good live bottom, bunch of bait, different marks in the area. So hopefully there's a catfish in the mix that wants to play. Madness. Is it still on there? Oh my gosh.
You keep this one?
Yeah, might as well. You want it? You're cleaning them. A little bit of madness
You
here.
realize he's hooked now.
Is you realize you hooked now?
Yeah.
Is the drag good? Okay.
Swim toward the boat.
Sweet. On a mussel. I caught a massive perch right when this guy bit.
He might be in there somewhere.
No, he's well closer. Here.
He wouldn't bend, would he?
He wouldn't.
He is stiff back.
Right, here's what we come to Lake Norman for right here. There it is. Yeah, that's a good one. That all happened crazy. I caught a big old perch, and then I looked up and that rod was doubled over. And that one had muscle meat on it, actually. So, yeah, muscle meat works. Circle hook right in the corner of the mouth. It's about 13 pounds. Yep, it's a nice one. All right, we're Cran's gonna throw her cat back here. He gone.
It may not, maybe.
Maybe bring it in a stump, but we'll see.
Staying in the water awful good for it not to be something attached.
Yeah, I think you got something attached. I don't know what you got attached, but you got something attached. Hey, you went wrong. Trophy.
After wanting to pull that hard a stick. After all that trouble getting that thing out of there, I think a stick does that.
So the setup we got going today with the trolling for these catfish, like I said, we haven't done very good today for whatever reason.
Battling the winds.
And been battling the winds. We came up in this secluded cove just to try to escape the wind that's out on the main lake. And this boat, the way it's designed, it catches the wind like a sail. But we have these troll motors on the motor. You can see troll motors down there. But the transom mounted trolling motors that we have are great for controlling drift, but they're not so good for trolling a boat into the wind. For that, you'd need a bow mounted trolling motor so you can pull yourself into the wind better. Transom mounted trolling motor does not help with wind at all. But what we're doing is there's one rod back there out to a planer, one rod here straight back, and then I got one rod there straight back, and then the white rod that's out to the planer. And I got a small little crappie rod that I've let down with crappie minnows on it in case like a white perch or something went by while I was watching these catfish lines. Now the goal in the future is to add 2 more planers to my setup, so I'm actually trolling 6 rods for catfish or whatever. It could be perch or white bass or hybrids, anything like that. That's my goal. Is these B-Cat boards have worked so good. I definitely am going to add 2 more to the spread. That way I control 6 rods without getting everything tangled. That's what we're doing. That's the setup. Just waiting on a bite. I had to reel up this rod. It was kind of getting hung up on the bottom. I just needed to check the bait anyway. I'll show you the Santee rig. I tied directly to a, let's see if I can get it to focus on it. I tied directly to this barrel swivel, and I use a sinker snap, and just on my bottom loop snap in a walking style sinker. And this one's a Lindy no snag sinker, #1 size, so probably about an ounce and a half of weight. And then I use a 50-pound fluorocarbon leader. Put the key on the bobber is you want a bobber big enough to float whatever bait you're using. So if the bobber will not float the bait you're using a bobber that's too small. But put a bobber to keep it up off the bottom. And this is I think a 8/0 circle hook. I use 2 different sizes of circle hooks. I use an 8/0 and a 5/0. And the 8/0s usually I use a bigger amount of bait. Usually I put on a fillet of fish or something, but these blues seem to really be keyed in on the mussels today. So I just been putting a big wad of mussel, and it stays on pretty good. You just have to check it every about 20 minutes or so. Make sure a little perch like to pick it off your hook, so just make sure a perch hasn't come by and cleaned it off. But works really good for these blue cats that love eating freshwater clams and stuff. Well, it's been a while, but we finally hooked up with another one here. I mean, it has been a long while.
Maybe a baby.
It may be a baby. But
It's pretty small.
it's pretty small.
Yeah, I see it already.
Well,
Yeah, there he is.
we've been on a struggle bus today, so we're glad to have
Blue.
It's a blue cat though. On the mussels.
Oh gosh. There with this rod.
Oh.
Oh, I took your eyeball.
Hey, it's a something. It's better than what we've been doing.
He grunted.
Check that hook out. Well, on the small side for eating.
Cute.
He's a beautiful little blue cat though. Bye. Yeah, you got shoulders on.
Spotted bass.
Pretty.
Just loaded the boat back in the shop. We didn't catch too many fish, fighting with the wind all day, but hopefully gonna have a lot of Outer Banks content coming up very, very soon. Here in a couple weeks, we'll be down at the Outer Banks doing some finger cross sheep's head fishing. But thanks for sticking with us. We'll catch you on the next one.